Hello, I'm Marc Scibilia, and this is my most requested live Ask Anything chat. Thanks to Romeo and iHeartRadio for having me on tonight. My new song is called More to This. First question is from Jen, Edmonton, Alberta. Hello, Marc. I really enjoyed seeing you and meeting you in Montreal. You've written such beautiful tracks. What are your top 3 favorites? I would have to say More to This, Summer Clothes, and maybe my song Wide Right Town. Rocks from New Orleans says, where are you from and do you get home often? I'm from Buffalo, New York, and I was there for the first time in 5 years, 3 weeks ago to play my headline show there. Beautiful people, beautiful place. I miss it very dearly. A lot of my songs are about where I came from, but I don't get to get back very often. Sarah from Milford, New Hampshire says, if you could get any lyrics tattooed, which one would it be and why? It would probably be a Paul Simon song. I don't have a specific one in mind. Bridge Over Troubled Water, maybe. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. Tina from Grand Rapids, Michigan. How did More to This come together? My daughter was asking me about death a year ago. She was 5 years old at the time, and every night she would ask me these questions, and it just began snowballing into this heavy wave of emotion that I thought I was prepared for, but after a couple of weeks of this happening, I was about to go to work, go into the studio, make music, and I was just stopped in my tracks by the weight of the questions. And I sat down and 10 or 15 minutes wrote this song that went all over the world. So that's kind of how it came. And then I recorded it. I posted that verse and chorus, and it went totally viral. And then I wrote the second verse in a few minutes, and then it was out a few days later. Elizabeth from Mansfield, Connecticut says, what could you give a 40-minute presentation on with absolutely no preparation? Unfortunately, I'd have to say nothing. I don't know, maybe just, let's see. 40-minute presentation. I would say it would have something to do with restaurants, and it would have something to do with the price point for the amount of endorphins that are released while I eat the food. So if you're charging a lot, I need a lot of endorphins. If you're charging a little, I think I could talk about that intersection really well. Jay from Woburn, Massachusetts says, one important piece of advice you'd give to your younger self. Overnight success could be a curse. The longer it takes for something to get to where it's going, the longer it's going to take back downward. And so if you want to do something for a long time, don't expect to get there overnight. Alex from Ocala, Florida. Will you ever come to Florida? I would love to come to Florida. The logistics of getting out of Florida, because it's such a long state, becomes hard for tourists to make it down there. But we will come to Florida, hopefully this year, but worst case 2026. Maybe a Florida-only tour, I don't know. China from St. Louis, Missouri. What song artist do you listen to when you're sad? There's no time for sadness in my life. I have 3 children. They get to be sad. I don't. I would say I like an artist named Daniel Lanois, pedal steel, beautiful, a lot of instrumental music. I'm a big Tame Impala fan. I like kind of getting out of that headspace when I'm feeling down. I don't like to soak, and I like to just like get back up, go to the gym, play basketball, and listen to music that complements that. Michaela from Windsor, Ontario. What is your favorite breed of dog? I would have to say I had a pit bull lab. It's the only dog I've ever had. I loved him, so that would probably be it. Colton from Oklahoma. Okay, so I'm just curious, waffles or pancakes? Pancakes for sure. Ava from Philadelphia, PA says, what are you most looking forward to this year, and is there anyone you want to work with? I would say this year I'm really looking forward to getting back in the studio and making the best thing I've ever made. As far as who I would like to work with, you know, a lot of times you get in the studio, you're trying to get the biggest producer you can, someone that has like hits and success. I'm really looking forward to working with my friends that I think are geniuses and just one decision away from having the biggest songs in the world. So I'm really looking forward to getting in the room with people that I know and love and that I really believe in. Claudia from Mill Creek, Washington says, will you marry me? Claudia, I'm already married. Thomas from Dallas, Texas says, will you go see AC/DC while they're touring this year? I would love to. Those are some of the greatest songs, greatest riffs. I have 3 kids, and I've been on tour a lot this year, so if they're not coming to Nashville, it's going to be tough. Meg from Portland, Oregon. What would be the first question after waking up from being cryogenically frozen for 100 years? Does the Republic still stand? And is In-N-Out still in business? Bethany from Mississauga, Ontario. What got you into making music? My family were musicians, my dad, my grandfather, and so I always had music in my hands. We had a piano growing up, I had a drum set as a little kid. We never had like video games, but we always had music around. So instantly from the time I was super young, I was just totally obsessed with it. Maya from Chicago, Illinois says, what is the first song you ever released? That is a tough question. I've been doing this for so long that I don't know totally the first one, but my first major label release was a song called How Bad We Need Each Other. Sammy from York, Pennsylvania. What song of yours do you think best reflects your life and who you are as a person? Seed of Joy or good times. I would say those are probably the ones that reflect who I am the most. Sarah from Tempe, Arizona says, I'm currently a bio major and I'm kind of having a hard time. Your music really helps me. My question is, how did you manage your time between making music and just living regular life? That's a great question, and I find that it's most difficult now because I have 3 kids that I love so much and I love being with, but I also have this job. Songwriting is kind of always in your brain. Like if you're a songwriter, you're not like writing a song and not writing a song. When you're talking to people, you're writing a song. When you're hanging out with your kids, you're writing a song. And so it's actually something I'm trying to learn. But I find that a lot of times, like if you take your eye off trying to write a song, they start to come to you just by living your life. And so that balance has been really, really tricky, to be honest. But I'm hoping I'm getting better at it all the time. It's also very important for me, like to take one day a week off, generally around a Saturday or Sunday, and then not work past a certain time of day, or else I'm dreaming in songs and I don't get any sleep. Jenny from Silver Springs, Maryland says, do you have a nice set of wheels? Well, Jenny, I actually drive a 2012 Dodge Caravan that was given to me by my dad when he passed away. And people often find it confusing that I work in this very nice studio with all this stuff, but then I drive this very old car. I think you got to kind of suffer for your art, and I also like to invest everything I have into what I make. And so for now, that's what I drive. Thanks again for watching my Ask Anything chat with Romeo and Most Requested Live. My new song is called More to This, and I will see you very soon on the road.